This is the page. One of the pages. Here are the answers to them. Take a look. Comments, questions, concerns. I went over this with lots of you. I did check your answers. Ooh, someone else snuck in. Who snuck in? Mesa, was that you? No. Amraj, no. Ruvam, no. Carson, welcome here. Boom. Okay, comments, questions, concerns. Front page answers. How I got them, why they are the way that they are. If there's any mistakes that you see, please say so. Going once. Going twice. Thrice. Stole. Okay, cool. Next page looks like this. It was place value. So the question just said, write the place value of the underlined digit. Good morning. How are you? Good. This is Mesa. Boom. So the answers to this page look like this. The underlined 2 is in the ones place. Thousands, hundreds, 10,000, 100,000, thousands, millions, hundreds, 100,000s, tens, 10,000s, ones, 10 millions, thousands, and hundreds. Comments, questions, concerns on any of those. It's just identifying what spot everything's in. Okay, cool. Miss Craig, if you could have dinner with a historical person, who would it be? Robbie Burns. Clearly, yeah, that answer came very quickly. Robbie Burns. Yeah, no, famous Scottish poet, yeah? Lorene?
Gone.
Yeah. No, she's right there. Her office is right there. Okay. Then the question 7, this one. I don't know what that's supposed to say, 17. Answer the following question for the number 425,310.968. Or 968 1,000ths. What number's in the ones place? It goes 0, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 9, 6, 8. Just identifying place value. Comments, questions, concerns. If you've got them, let me know. You can explain the things. And then the last page I wanted you to look at was this one here. 18 through 21. Round off the number. Round off the number. Following numbers, they look like these. Maybe if I do I need to make it brighter? Make it brighter. There were 2 mistakes. One of them was both of them in the examples. In the ones one, there should have been nothing left in the tens spot. If you're rounding to fewer than the number of decimals that you have, you don't include any of the zeros past the number you've got. So this is being rounded to the nearest 1. You look at the 5, it's 5 or bigger, so that makes the 6 a 7. And because you want to round to that spot there, these all just disappear. Because they're after the decimal place. These zeros have to stay, because if you get rid of them, then 4,000 becomes 4, and those are very different numbers. If you asked for $4,000, if I borrowed $4,000 from you and then gave you $4 back and said I rounded, you'd be upset. Very different. Okay, and then the last one, the chart at the bottom, round off to what it says. As you can see, I made 2 mistakes. First column wants you to round to the tens, then the tenths, then the hundredths. So these 2 are decimals, obviously, and these are to the, not the wholes, but the one to the left of that. I am recording this. It will be on YouTube. You don't have to film it all, but you can go find the video later. But there she be. Comments, questions, concerns. Is there anything there anyone would like me to go over? Ms. Crousson, what historical person would you like to have dinner with?
Probably Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey or Marilyn, 2 fairly iconic women. Okay. Find me this page. Here we go. We're going to review some order of operations, make sure we're all comfortable with the things. We'll get late. Yeah, today we'll just start nice and simple. Making number lines. Some of you will be like, this is trivial. That's okay. It's not trivial for everyone. We want to make sure we all get onto the same spot. Okay, number lines. First thing. We want to plot those numbers on a number line. When you're making number lines, what do you do? What are the rules for number lines? I'm hearing whispering. My ding, was that you? What'd you say? Can you say it louder? Sorry? For placing numbers on a number line? Okay, but if I give you, so I've got these numbers here. I've got 5, 6, and 7. And if I want to put those on a number line, what are my rules for making the number line? What's one of the rules?
Just an attempt, but maybe like put 0 in the middle as a placeholder first.
You want to find a placeholder. Does the placeholder have to be 0?
I don't think so.
Like if I've got 5, 6, and 7 here, or negative 22, negative 21, and negative 20, does 0 make sense as a placeholder? I mean,
I don't know.
it could be. Pick and plot a placeholder. Sure, we could do that. It does not have to be 0. Could be 0. Sometimes 0 would make sense. What are some other values we could pick if not 0? If I give you a list of numbers to throw down on a number line. If for the first one, yeah, you could throw down 5. 5 wouldn't work for this one down here, but for the first one, 5 could work. Yeah, you could pick one of the numbers that's there. A smart choice might be the first one. It might also be... I mean, obviously they all work. But if I give you a long list of numbers, I don't know, like 5 or 6 numbers to throw down on a number line. The middle one is also not a bad choice as well. But, you know, pick and plot a placeholder, and then there's 2 more pieces to this. What are some other rules for number lines? Number lines always go which way? How do we read a number line? Left to right. You betcha. So the left-hand side are always your lower numbers or your most negative numbers. As we move right, the numbers get bigger or more positive. You betcha. And then there's one more piece to this too. You want to be really careful with, if I give you the space, use the space. You want to be aware of how you use your spacing. If I give you 5, 6, and 7 on a number line, how would you place them? Someone suggests we toss down a 0, okay? Pavneet, if I toss down a 0, where would you put it?
Directly in the center.
You put 0 right in the middle.
Yep, that's what you
Okay, so you picked your placeholder. Placeholder was 0. Okay? So then the numbers we actually want to put down are 5, 6, and 7. Where would you put those relative to that 0?
on the right side.
On the right side.
Because they're positive.
Okay? We want to be aware of spacing too. So how would you space them out?
What I do is like for the numbers that aren't relevant to the number line, I like to put them as small little lines.
Okay, so
and then for the numbers that we're supposed to be writing down, I make them like slightly larger.
Okay, so you would throw down
So that's
1,
how we
2,
do
3, 4, and then you'd throw down 5, 6, and 7. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. That is a totally acceptable way to do it. Is that the only way to do it? No. If I draw a number line above here, let's draw another line. How would someone else do this? Or is everyone doing it the exact same way Pavneet did it? Yes. Vishwal. Okay, you could throw down a 0 there. You could put a 10 down here, which would put 5 right in the middle. 6 and 7, sure. I mean, we could also leave off the 0 and the 10, just throw down 5, 6, and 7 in the middle too. All of those totally acceptable ways to use your number line. Number lines are a tool that you're going to use for a few things. We're going to arrange numbers by size. We're going to look at fractions, and you're going to need to be able to read in between whole numbers on a number line. How you choose to make them is a skill that you either need to develop or hone. Okay, let's do the next one. -6, -3, -1. What is a value you use for a placeholder there? Yeah. Okay, where would you put your -10? Okay, like all the way at the end? Okay. Throw down a -10 here. Is this going to be similar to what Mishra did before, where you put -10 on one side and a higher value on the other side? Okay, what's the higher value? Sure, we can throw down 0. 0 is going to be in the middle there. You betcha. So right smack dab in the middle would be -5, which isn't actually on the number line, but it helps us reference, right? So now I can go ahead and say, okay, well, -6 is going to be where? To the left of -5, because it's between -10 and -5. Very good. So let's toss our -6 right there. And you could do it in a different color, or you could even do it above, just to identify which one we need. -3 would be where? Like right here? Kind of in the middle? Yeah, -3 is kind of, because right in the middle between 0 and -5 would be -2, like half of 5 is 2.5. So just a little bit to the left of center, you betcha. -3, and then -1 is going to be over here. And I know the negatives are tricky. You've got to have a way to kind of orient your brain and say, okay, well, if I'm going left to right, the smaller numbers or the most negative numbers are on the left, the largest numbers or the least negative numbers or the positive numbers are on the right. So we set this up properly, -10, 0. I added -5 in the middle there as just kind of give us some reference. -6 is between -5 and -10. -3 is about halfway between -5 and 0, and then -1 is going to be closer to 0. Picturing the negatives can be a tricky thing to do. Okay. Next one. What's this guy going to look like? How would I place -10, -5, 0, 5, and 10 on the number line? Yeah.
I just put 0 in the center again.
The middle number in the middle makes a lot of sense. And then how would you go about arranging this? What strategy would you use? You'd count every single little line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, I remember that there's only like 4 lines in between. It was 4, right? And I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah. So you go -10 on the left. And you said -10 on the right? Or +10 on the right? Like that? Okay. It helps when you have a large positive and a large negative number. Toss those on the end. Then where's -5 and 5 going to go? Where are the other two going to go, man? Finish the question. Where are your other two values going to go? Why? What do you mean 25%? Okay, so 25% to the right. When you say 25%, 25% is a quarter, right? So you're telling me that if 0's here and -10's here, -5's right there? Where is 5 between 0 and 10? Halfway, not 25% of the way, 50% of the way. Right in the middle. -5 and 5. And this is where the last piece that I said we need to consider actually is really important. How you space. These numbers have Meaning, 5 is halfway between 0 and 10, so you better put it halfway between the values that are there. The spacing needs to be accurate. Okay. Last one. -22, -21, and -20. This might be the first one. Sorry? I thought someone said something. This might be the first one that doesn't make sense to throw 0 down on this if spacing is something that we care about.
They put 22 at one end and 20 on the other end.
You want to put 22 at one end and 20?
-22.
Okay. So which end is -22 going to get?
On the left side.
On the left side. Do we have to go all the way to the end when we're using 3 numbers that are close together? Not necessarily. We could use less of the space. -22, -20, and then smack in the middle is going to be our -21. There you go. Number line, again, not necessarily as easy of a tool as you think when you're like, oh, it's just a number line. It's a line with some dashes. There are picky bits to this. Spacing is important. Left to right is important. Being able to picture in your head how the negatives move is important. And so one of the things that we use this for, we don't just throw down number lines for the sake of number lines. We're going to use them for a bunch of different things. The first thing we're going to use them for is to give meaning to this idea of addition and subtraction. Again, you've done this before, but I want to try and continue to push the mental side of math. And so picturing in your head a number line and how you move on the number line. Geronimo, do you have your paper out? Geronimo, get your booklet out, man. Do you have one of these? Okay, cool. I got extras on the front. Go grab the extras. Go grab an extra one. And then you're gonna write on the pages that we do, and then you're gonna tear them out of the book, and then you're gonna bring me that book. And it'll become our loaning book to the people who forget. Okay, addition and subtraction. In your head, you can use a number line to visualize how you move around here. I've also given you a number line between -40 and 40. Some of you guys have become so dependent on a calculator, having the tool, the number line in front of you, before you completely rely on your head might be useful for you. And that's great. There's no judgment about pulling out a number line. You just have to use it effectively. You can use a number line to visualize adding and subtracting numbers. If you add, or if adding something positive, means you're moving which way on the number line? Moving to the right. When you add, things generally get larger. You move to the right. Subtracting means you're moving to the left on a number line. Let's add something over here, though. What about when you add a negative? Adding a negative is the same thing as doing what, Miss Cook? Adding a negative is the same as doing what? No. Adding a negative is the same thing as? Mishwa. Subtraction.
Adding negatives is not the same thing as subtracting.
Adding a negative number is the same thing as subtracting that number.
Two negatives, I'm thinking.
No, if you have 5 and you're adding to it -3,
Yeah.
that's the same thing as subtracting
That's a little
3.
different than what you said.
Okay, I'm sorry that my words were confusing.
We'll argue about that. 'cause I
No,
like
please.
that.
No, we're not going to argue about that. I don't want to argue. It's Monday morning.
I
Who do
want
you
to
need?
bug you. You have some of my kids. I want to meet them.
Mr. Burbine. Who else you got? What do you mean you don't know?
I've got to go through all these kids.
You had a long walk up here. You didn't do all the going through on the walk?
Did that.
Mr. Burbine, hand in the air. Hand in the air. There he is. This is Miss Cook.
And Mrs. Cook. All right, that's about. Oh no, you got Carson.
Carson, hand in the air.
Oh, nice.
There he is.
Carson and Mrs. Cook. And who else have we got? Anybody else, Mr.
I got Mr. Minocha, who's not here.
Oh, is he?
He's in a wheelchair. Very easy to
I
spot.
know. It's cute. Okay, and anybody else that needs help, let them know where we are.
Okay. Just anyone? You want me to send all 30 of them down to you?
Sure.
Okay.
I do it every summer. It's new.
My job. Okay.
Mr. Minocha, one of your team members.
Yeah, he's been introduced.
Alright, let me know if there's any. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Adding a negative is the same thing as subtracting. What about subtracting a negative? What if I take away a negative value? We'll picture this in more detail in a bit, but what if I subtract a negative? What's that the same as? Addition. Very good. We'll talk about that in more detail too, and other ways to picture that. Okay, so 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is obviously what? Yes. I heard 7 and I heard 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. We're not using calculators for this. This is something I should reasonably expect you to be able to do on your own. So, we can number line this thing. If that's tricky to do, even whether you choose to picture it in your head or actually use the number line that I've given you, how you would identify this on a number line, 2 plus 3, you'd start where this first number is. Or if you're going to make the number line yourself, 2 is going to be right here. Because we're adding, I want to leave space to the right because we're going to move to the right. And we're going to go over 1, 2, 3 ticks. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your answer. If you're using a number line, if the mental math's not there, that's what you're identifying. Or if I'm looking at this one here, if I'm at 2, I'm going to hop over 1, 2, 3. There I am at 5. Subtracting works the other way. If you're subtracting, you move left on the number line. If I'm at 1 and I'm taking away 4, let's throw 1 on the number line. And if I'm subtracting 4, that means I'm going to move to the left this many. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I label the thing 1, 0, -1, 2, -2, -3. There it is. 1 minus 4 is -3. Or again, you can use the number line that I've given you, 1, and we're subtracting 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are at -3. All these things we can use you don't necessarily have to draw the number line for each one of these because I've given you a number line for -40 to 40. So crank these. Humor me. Some of you are like, yes, it's trivial. I can do it in my head. Piece of cake. Great. Thrilled for you. Take a look at the number line. Use that anyway as a tool to just kind of reinforce some of these things. Crank out these 9 on your market set go. All of you have this page. This page should be handy for all y'all. If you've lost it, didn't think it was important, so you threw it in the recycling bin, I got extras on the front. Grab one. Humor me. There it is. Did I not give you one? I thought they gave you. It's right there. It's on the back of the multiplication table. Put on some music. Humor me. Okay. Do we want to listen to Stardew Valley today again? Yeah, it's happy. Let's jump ahead to spring. Here we go. When you're done those 9 and they're easy, flip over, keep going. Stop when you someone who has a strong mental math game, using the tools I provide you does not need to be embarrassing. Use the tools. Use the number line, addition moving to the right, subtraction moving to the left. Yeah. Come on,
shaft and then put it in both. So you have to pipe these properly, but then I found this seal thing, it works. It doesn't go in the window, but it works. Yeah, that's nice.
Series of that's very touchy. Nowhere else you can plug it in.
But that's what we bought. Really cool. Very comfortable for an extension cord. The wall. Yeah, I'm thinking that I might do that.
Stop the multiplication. You do not have to draw the number line for each one of these. Yes. No, you don't have to draw the number line. Use the number line that I give you. And then just move around on it. No. Do not draw the number lines for every single one of these. I just want you to use the number line that I've given you to picture the movement of these values and figure these things out. Unless I don't give you a number line and you need to create your own. And use what I've given you.
I was thinking about buying Alta in school.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at that on Steam.
Oh, it's really good, I heard.
Yeah, so you're over here and you're up here. See why we're there. Right there. Almost finished writing it down. We're done. Keep going. So you get the multiplication thing. Bring it back. they don't have a walk. Like the other town. Yes. Yes, sir.
waiting for the literal switch. I don't think like other schools, they like go back to both. Now they pull on that. Now they wait on this. Okay, how we doing?
No, you're not done. You're never done. Math is always an active, living. Well, that doesn't mean we're not going to go over the stuff that we look at. Yeah, put your name on the board. Thank you.
Sig figs.
Yeah.
When you're multiplying or dividing, it's just one with the fewest number.
You round to the least number of sig figs, yes.
Adding or subtracting, it's the one with the fewest decimal.
Least precise, yes. So then when you do bed mass with those things, it's gross. Bed mass and sig figs, it gets gross. I mean,
I just always assumed you know that, but
it doesn't show up anywhere else. Chemistry, physics, not even in regular math. So year one would haven't seen it anywhere. Bad, Mr. Keeley.
I lost the I lost no. It's just showing you just containing points. I think there's something about it. Like there's 4 and plus something's gonna right. Okay, how are we doing? Zach, you good?
Got the time, use the time. Two. Mission. Oh, yeah, there's preservation. 17. Such an odd bunch. It's done. Hundreds. Students. Yes. Let's go through it old school. Which one? What letter?
A and
AA. So we're at -5. We're subtracting 1, which means we move to the left one. We're adding a negative, which is the same thing as subtracting, so we're going 2 more down to -8. And then we're taking away 5, which means we're going further left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, that is incorrect.
How do you do that?
So we're at -5. And subtracting 1 means you go left 1 to -6. Adding a negative is the same as subtraction. So we're going to go 2 to the left again. 1, 2, down to -8. And then subtracting 5 means we go further left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me do it again. Okay. Where are we starting on the number line? You do it. Where are we starting on the number line? Okay. Subtracting 1 means we move which way? Yep. So we're going left 1. And now adding a negative is the same thing as subtracting. So we're going 2 to the left again. 1, 2. Subtracting 5 means we're going 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one of these steps just keeps moving it more and more.
I thought it was -5 minus 1, so it's like negative and a positive, so I was going, oh, it's -4.
Oh no, you're combining the negative. So with the number line, then this -5 is just where we start. That's done. Subtracting 1 is moving left and right. You're confusing the multiplication rules where you multiply the 2 negatives together. When you multiply 2 negatives, it becomes positive, and we'll talk about why that is. But when you're adding 2 negatives, that doesn't make it positive.
Oh, yeah.
C will be the same thing. Try and do CC again. Done. 0.
worry, guys. Don't worry.
Okay. Let's put a pause on this. Not a pause on what you're working on, but sort of. Dicey. I am going to show you the answers so that those of you who are done can see whether or not what you've done is right or wrong. The thing that concerns me about doing this is that there's a whole bunch of you who are not done who may be like, oh, I'm just going to take the answers and we're going to call it a day. Okay. Do not copy down my answers. They will be in the video. I want you to try using the tools. I want you to practice the things because the tricky part is here. Those of you who are done already and flew through the thing, yes, there might be mistakes in there that we're going to identify, but they're also those of you who are not the ones that the practice here is super useful for. So if we follow what I'm saying, who's got my answer key? Where did my answer key go?
Oh, lovely.
Where's my master? You got my master? Or I dropped my master over there? Or did you take my master? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I do want you, if you're not done, your homework is the rest of this. We'll look at multiplication and division tomorrow. Do not just copy down my answers. Check in to make sure what you got is the same as what I got. There you go. There's the first 9. Comments, questions, concerns on those 9. Again, you're checking, not copying. If you got it wrong, put a star next to it and come back to it. Once, twice, thrice, sold. Okay. Here's the next chunk. Again, you're not copying. You're putting a star next to any of the ones that you got that are different than what I got. And you're coming back to it. Compare what you got with what I got. Okay. Are we good if I slide up? Comments, questions? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Go slow. I guess it doesn't really help if you can't, if I'm disappearing everything. Okay, there's the bottom. The bottom 8. Compare what you got with what I got. Again, stars next to anything you didn't get correct. Do not just copy down my answers. Not useful to you if you do that. And again, at the end of the day, it's not about getting it done. It's about learning the math. Okay. May I flip? Okay, cool. Here it is. Where's the top? There's the top. Oh, no, there's the top. Down to 24. Numbers 1 to 24. Compare what you got with what I got. There's lots of practice there. Some might say too much practice there. I don't agree, but, you know. Compare what you got with what I got. Okay, I'm going to slide this up. Hopefully you've seen the first couple. Down to 32, down there at the bottom. Ends with 0. Again, you're not copying what's not done. You're taking a look. You're comparing what you've already done with what I've done. Any of the ones you got incorrect, you're going to star and go back and play with the number line. You can take a look at the video that will be posted as well. It has all this. Okay, going once, twice. Okay, we're looking fast. Go faster if you just go down each column. Okay. Did you star that you got wrong? That one? Isn't that right? -10? For question 20?
I kind of rushed through all of these.
Why are you starring them? You're only starring them if they're wrong. But it is -10. Number 20.
I looked at that one so long.
Yeah, now make sure that... Yeah, okay. And then this is the last page. If I'm not mistaken? I'm not mistaken. This is the last page. There is letters A through Z, but then there's AA, BB, CC, and DD. Again, compare what you got with what I got. As you can see, I made a mistake on letter B. Okay, let's slide this down. There's the bottom. Some of these, like where you're adding and subtracting multiple positive and negative values, are tricky. Use the number line or make sure you're really clear what's going on in your head. If there are any comments, questions, concerns, anything anyone would like me to go over, I can do it now or we can do it tomorrow. Again, you're not copying down my answers because they're in the video. You can refer to it. I'll post them today at lunch. You can refer back to these videos later. But you're comparing what you've got done with what I've already done. And whatever's not done, you're going to do for homework tonight. because this is the end. Comments, questions, concerns. Going once. I'll leave it up here. Bell's going to go in 2 minutes. If you are done and would like to pack up, go ahead. If you're not done and would like to pack up, go ahead. Anything that's not done is homework. Take the time. You don't get a calculator, so we want to sharpen these math skills. When the bell goes, you may also go. Have a super duper day.